What's going on, everybody? We have 40 viewers in here. Please hit that like button if you could. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. We have a little bit of a, not full down market, but AMC's down, GME's down. We have a number of positions that are actually up. So all the people that predicted a crash, I don't think that's actually the thing. I have a video coming out talking about the crash and how I don't really believe it's a crash, but yeah. How's everybody doing this morning? Let me know if the audio is okay. It looks like the sound is okay from what I can see, but I really don't know. I bought 100 shares of AMC at 614. Should I buy 100 more at the current price? If you do that right now, then technically you're averaging up. It all depends on your situation. I feel like if you believe in the position, you should have bought in at probably close to your max price where it was. If you believe it had potential to go down again, then that's where you buy like 100 and then add on another 100 when it goes lower. But adding on more as it goes up, this is chasing the stock, and you never want to do that in any case. Is chase a position. So yeah, I wouldn't recommend adding 100, but it's all based on what you want. If you feel like the position still has potential to go up a massive amount, and you can add on to that that amount you have there or the gains, then yeah, I feel like go ahead and do that. But like I said, it's all dependent on your situation. My situation is definitely different. Audio is good, visual is just okay. Yeah, I still don't know what's going on here. I tried to fix something. It still doesn't let me do 1080p, at least. I don't understand why it doesn't let me do 1080p. I'm sorry. Yeah, waiting for the dip is usually okay, but who knows if this is actually going to dip the way people think it is. So like if we look at 5 days, you can see the upward trajectory here. It looks amazing. Let's actually zoom out again to like a month, right? We can zoom in. We can see the upward trajectory. We can see the crossover from the 200 or the 15 moving average crossed over the 200 EMA. That's absolutely phenomenal. But you could see the price action here. You could see how it's increasing over the last couple of days. You had slight increases, more of a level out increase. And then it started to really skyrocket. It looks like it's on a great trend, having great movement up, pulling back a little bit, and being able to come back to the 15 moving average, and then pushing up again, coming back to 15 moving average. We should see another push here, depending on what the volume actually is today. Yesterday's volume was absolutely insane. I uploaded a video earlier today to where I talked about the fact that we had 263 million shares sold back and forth. It's crazy. We're buying we're not buying 263 million shares, but majority of people are buying 263 million shares. It's crazy. And you look at the day, let's look at the day. You can see how it increases. So it goes from this 39 million to 165 million to 263 million. Hopefully we can see, if we can see 300 million, this price will skyrocket. We see all of the other stocks that were down, yesterday. You can see that they're up in the pre-market. SNDL is up 12%. Mavis is up basically 10%. TLRY is up 6%. RIOT's up 17%, which would be amazing if you could have gotten in there in the after hours market. I believe it had a gap up. I'm pretty sure it had a gap up. Yeah, it did have a gap up from 50 basically all the way up to like 55 or so, and now it's sitting at 57.47. So 17% in the pre-market. Hopefully we can continue to see some more. We have 110 people in here. Please hit that like button. Any views on Alibaba? I don't have any views on Alibaba. Big dip at the moment, and the average stock price is 2K. Sure. Yeah, I don't have a position on Alibaba. Yeah, I think seeing it rise to $8 would be amazing. Hitting, going above that $8 barrier that we have, I feel like multiple times it has tried to hit that $7 and 80 cent mark, and it's been pulling back, and it's getting close to there every single time. Whether it's getting to just 770 or whatever, it's still pulling back, and it's resisting mainly at the 770 mark. 770, 780, but hopefully we can push past that barrier. What do I think about hydrogen stocks? Name some of them. I haven't checked into any of them. Sometimes when I'm trading, I like to stick to a select group, especially if things are great movers, like consistently day over day. Then I like to stick to a select group, and then if I get any type of call outs to where this position moves a little bit more, has a little bit more volatility, I'll jump into that one. But I actually need to check my Fidelity account. Don't want that. Let's see my account. What is your mark to sell AMC? My mark, I've said it multiple times, it's $15 at minimum, to where I'll look at exactly what's happening if I do see potential in the continuation of the growth, which I believe we will. I'm hoping that we can get to 20, but that's my end goal is 20. But I won't just go out and sell at 20. I'm going to set like a stop loss at 20. I won't set a trailing stop, but I'll set a stop loss there and actively, manage that. Hopefully it can continue to increase, and I can set that stop loss at 20 and then see it grow from 20 up. And if it gets to an ultimate goal of 25, I'm out. I'm not even gonna try and continue that upward. Which, I mean, you can do it and you can make a decent amount of money if it does end up going to 50. But right now, 50 is definitely a long shot. I would say that 15 or 20 is my target. But again, you may see me do this to where I take a lot of profits out and then keep a certain amount in there at the cost basis that I was at, and then continue to grow from there. Let me bring up my sticky notes here. So I'll look at these stocks here. Hopefully they're at good price points. They're not at like penny stocks. Sorry for the coughing. I'm still dealing with this cough. Nothing else but a cough, but still dealing with it. We have 173 people in here. If you could hit that like button, get me to 50 likes, that would be phenomenal. Yeah, it's not about like when it comes to trading and it comes to investing, all of this stuff that we're doing here, which majority of it is gambling, right? When it comes to trading, comes to investing, you have to understand exactly where your profit targets are. And if you hit those profit targets, definitely put that as a hard stop so that if it reverses field, you take those profits and you're on your way. Now, no way that I will stop talking about AMC after that, because there's probably going to be a huge amount of potential, especially going up. And then if it does go up to 100, you may see me, get a little bit upset with the fact that I lost out on potential $75 per share that I own. But yeah, I think I'll be happy with the fact that I did gain a ton of money. You know what I mean? So you take your profits, you're happy with your profits. Yes, you feel a little bit salty, but you're happy with your profits. I don't have Rona. I actually haven't had like a standard cold in quite a long time, which for me is ridiculous because I usually get sick at least 2 to 3 times a year. No. Can you take profits without selling? No. You can take profits without selling everything. So for me, let's say I get up to $20. That would mean that I gained $17,000 in profit while investing, I believe it was $14,000. So overall, I'm going to have pretty decent profit there because, I mean, you're gaining, right? You're gaining a lot out of it. So what I would do is I would either take maybe half of that, $7,000 worth of profit and my initial investment so that I secure the fact that I gained a ton, but then still leaving $7,000 in there. So that's what I'm saying. You can take partial profits while still leaving money in the position. So you gain $7,000, but you're basically playing with house money, saying whatever you lose out of that $7,000, I mean, it would have been money that you gained anyways. You can gain $1,000 out of that. That's still extra money. You know what I mean? Bronchitis? No. I don't have bronchitis. Come on now. That's a little much. GME just hit -1%. It's down 1%. Yes, it is down 1%. AMC is now down 2%. It was down 3% at most, but it is moving back up. Right from the close, it dropped down, I believe, like 3% or 4% or so, and then it started to flatten out, which is good to see. I did want to see a gap up in the morning, you know, at 4 a.m. I wanted to see a gap up. We've seen an increase, but we didn't see a gap up. I would have liked to seen it get up to $8. That would have been amazing. Yeah, Glenn, I know you're just messing around. It's an old YouTube clip. Was an old YouTube clip. Oh, ain't nobody got time for that. Oh, yeah, okay. Okay, I got what you're saying. It was that news story. I understand. Sometimes I just read it, but then read past it. Kind of goes in one ear and out the other. What is this? What are you doing, cat? No. You can't do that. You're gonna step all over keys. Can't be a thing. This cat, man. Make sure everybody hits that like button. We got 230 people in here. If you could, that would be amazing. It will get it out to so many people. If you want a community here, if you want people to continue to, talk about different things, talk about AMC, talk about different positions that are out there, then yeah, I'm definitely looking out for Tesla again today to see exactly what they're going to do, to see if they drop down, to a certain degree. I mean, right now you could see they're increasing pretty rapidly. I do want to see them, get down to a certain point, make these turns, make these gap ups, and then you understand that the price is going to go up a significant amount. We do need more volume today. I would love to see 300 million. 250 million is great because we could see a massive increase, but I would love to see 20% of an increase, which we probably just need, that 300 million in volume. A cat wants attention when you're working, just like a cat. Yeah, he always wants attention. He's always at my feet, and then he sits right over here, and he's gonna jump up. So he does it all the time, and he probably does it like 4 or 5 times throughout the morning. Is it? I can't say that. What is it? Eaton? Hopefully I'm saying that right. You profit from Tesla? Was it yesterday? Because I profited from Tesla yesterday, but I would hope to be able to profit from them today. They are going pretty high, but I do want to see a point to where I can get in. Hopefully with the increase here. The problem with Tesla is that you have a lot of diehard people that are invested in Tesla, not just invested money-wise and want to take a profit, invested in them personally, and they don't want to take their profits. So with other positions, you'll see it go up like this and increase throughout the pre-market, and then towards the open, it'll sell off. With Tesla, it's a different story. You won't always see it sell off. What do you think about the value of AMC will reach when people are able to go back to the movie theaters? I think the value is great. Right now, I think the value should be somewhere around that $10 to $15 range. And I think the value would definitely skyrocket with a change in their business model, really. Because right now, I think the business model still needs some work. But yeah, if you do, when theaters actually open, you have movies that are coming out, whether it's Marvel movies, which I'm really into, or whatever, and you have these dine-in movie theaters. I think they can make a ton of money. They can make a huge difference, and they can be valued at a lot more. Hopefully, not only just at the $10 to $15 range, but pushing 20. I would hope that that's where they stay at, because even pre-COVID, you could see that they were at $7, $8, $10. They were going down based on the fact that they were, they didn't have enough people coming in the door, but it may change. Can I recommend some books on trading? Who are starting out? Yeah, there's a book in my I was gonna say bio. I'm used to TikTok now. There's a book in my description. There's a book in my description. Jesus, I can't think of words today. So if you go to my description and you look for my store, you'll be able to go to that store and you'll see a bunch of things. I have a couple of books in there. One that's called How to Day Trade for a Living. It's basic techniques. And then they have How to Day Trade for a Living with advanced techniques. And both of those books are great. One really breaks down everything, and it's an audio book. You can get it on Audible. So if you have like a subscription to Audible, you can get it free by downloading that. And then also the second book, which goes into detail a little bit more of what it did in the first book. I can tell you it goes through a lot of the indicators, the mindset, which is probably the most important part. People can be like, you can go on there and you can pick stocks that will either go up or go down in the morning. And I can say that you can have a high percentage chance of being right. The problem is that when you're wrong, are you going to accept that loss? So it's about the mindset, really. So if you have a book that talks about what the mindset is when it comes to trading, that's a really great book. And then being able to learn a lot of the indicators, a lot of how candlesticks work, what candlesticks you look for, that's a great book. And I listened to it probably like 2-3 times. The advanced techniques I listened to one time, but I would love to continue to listen to that because there's a lot more that I don't put into my strategy that I believe can be implemented, but I just haven't found a way to do so. But yeah, in the description, go to my store. There's a couple of books in there. There's also some long-term investment books that are well known. But yeah, those are really good. I would definitely recommend those. If I had to read anything else, I've read a number of day trading books to where they talk about a bunch of nonsense, really, and it's data overload. But this book actually simplifies it. And he actually has a YouTube channel as well to where he goes through profits and stuff. It was a little bit better back then when I was first reading his book, because he would go through his personal trades and everything. Now it's more or less the trading group that goes through different trades. I believe it's like Bear Bulls Traders or something. But yeah, it's a great one. Do I smoke? No, I don't smoke. Thank you for saying that, Caleb. I don't smoke. See, is it Topi? You said my number one tip for anyone who wants to get into day trading equals don't do day trading. Trade swings and long term Don't be a sucker. This is the thing. This is the difference between an investor and day trading, and a lot of people get mixed up because you can be very profitable as a day trader, right? A day trader is more of a job. If you want to make, instead of having this standard job that you have, day trading can actually fill in the gap by you being able to trade $100 a day, or being able to get gain $100 a day or $200 a day, versus investing, which is long term. Swing trading and long term investing give you that potential chance to gain 1 to 10%, I guess. So you can gain 5% over the month. So if you invest $1,000 and you wanted to gain 5%, you're basically gaining nothing. It looks great because it's 5%, but if you're day trading and you actually have that $25,000 in there, right? And yes, overall you're gaining a higher a lower percentage than just investing into there. But if you look at the overall picture of a month, you're actually going to gain a lot more. So if you're disciplined, you understand how to day trade and do it the right way, understand a lot of the information, then you can gain a little bit more money. So that $25,000, you can be able to gain $100 or $500 every single day that you invest, as long as you have a profit to loss ratio that will set you up for success. So it's more of a job on this end, and it's more of a saving for retirement on this end. So if you're trying to build that long-term wealth to where you pay less in taxes, which you can do with both long-term invest and day trade, but just make sure that you don't risk a ton in either area. Even with long-term investing, there are people that invest for 20 plus years, right? And then they hit a crash literally on the year that they're supposed to retire, and they lost everything. What do you say about that? That's obviously not predictable, but you never know when a crash is actually going to happen. You could be set up for retirement the year after a crash and you don't fully recover. So then you're not going to be able to get something. But yes, long-term investing is something that a lot of people gain a ton of money from, a ton of retirement money, and pay less in taxes. I just feel like day trading is definitely a great way to take over that job that you once had if you are interested in it. But the thing is that you have to be disciplined. I love to preach that. You have to be disciplined. Best hedge funds in the world are day traders, bro. Yeah, you're right. This is the thing that they do. It's literally in the day. They'll figure out what's the best thing that they can get into. They'll do swing trades. They'll do day trades. They'll figure out what's the most money that they can actually get in that day. They're looking at all of this technical analysis, breaking this down, looking at some indicators, being able to manipulate the market in order to drive that price up, and then they can make a ton of money out of it. So yes, 99% of people won't be. 99% of people won't be disciplined. Is that what you're saying by won't be? I can tell you that a lot of people are not disciplined. Being disciplined is tough. Accepting a loss is tough. But if you can do that and you can say, all right, well, my profit target's 5 to 1. If I wanted to gain $100, I'm willing to lose $20 today. If I lose $20, I'm out. That's it. I lost $20. Live to fight another day, find another position, invest in the same position, whatever you wanted to do. But build your profit target and your loss target, and accept it. Some people say that getting into the trade is easy. Investing into a stock is easy. It's the getting out part that's hard. Being able to turn that into a realized gain is the hardest part, because you start to get greedy. I'm definitely a person that had that happen. I had it happen in GameStop, and I lost $3,000. When I could have accepted the loss that I had, sold, and then watched it go down, and then definitely caught it on the way up a couple of times. Yes, I didn't hit my profit target because Fidelity didn't actually sell all my shares. So it's either all or none that I usually set for. And if they didn't do it, then that means that I should have just taken whatever I can get at that point. But I waited it out for some odd reason. And that was my fault. So accepting that GME loss was, vital to my success, I feel like. I was down $140 on AMC, only down 30. That's really good. Hopefully we can continue to push this up. But it's good that you're not taking substantial losses, and it's good that you weren't a person that invested at $17, like I've seen a number of people do. We have 420 people in here. Please hit that like button if you could. That would be absolutely phenomenal. How many? 25 minutes? I lost a lot when I'm a noob because I just traded depending on the feelings and everything. Yeah, well, happy. That's another point. That's another point that book makes, and I'm not pitching the book because I own stake in the book or anything. I just really appreciate all the things that I, learned in that book. But that's another thing. People will trade on emotion, which is horrible. I've got caught up in trading Facebook on emotion, seeing it go up and go down and seeing the volatility. I just never can predict exactly where it needs to go. And I've actually vowed never to trade Facebook again, just because of how many times I've lost consistently and traded with emotion, seeing that it's going up, and then even right when I get out, it does go up. So that was more of a swing trading setup for me, and that's why swing trading never really works for me, especially when you have overnight either success or losses that just make your account look horrible. That's where I ended up getting a little bit frustrated, because I'm a person that loves to accept losses, and if not loves to accept losses, but will accept losses as long as I'm being disciplined over just letting it continue to decrease. And that's what I seen with Facebook. It was absolutely horrible. We have 435 people in here. Get it to 150 likes. That will be more than enough. What are the plays that I'm keeping my eyes on today? So for today, I see a lot of positive movement, and I want to see what positive movement turns into negative movement. So all of these positions that I'm looking at here, which are the ones that I normally keep on my most popular right now list. There are some that pretty much aren't popular that I probably should take off. Like Nokia is not popular. Bed Bath & Beyond hasn't really been moving too much. You have a number of places that are not moving. But I'm looking at some of these places like Tesla, RIOT, TLRY, like AMC, GME. I'm looking at all of these. GME I'm not going to buy and sell. But there's certain areas that I'm actually looking at here to see what the downturn is. And then I'll even put some other things in here, like maybe Apple, or I don't know, see what ADT's doing, because I have a number of shares in ADT. So yeah, I have right now 5 shares of ADT cleared. I still hold AMC on Webull. I'm holding 44 shares of AMC at a $12 cost basis, so it's pretty high. I'm waiting for a lot of other ones to clear. Let's see if I have any free stocks right now. I don't have any free stocks. I think they end up showing me what their free stocks are at 8:15. Oh yeah, I needed to go into Fidelity. That's what I wanted to do. Don't want to get locked out. Always have to have some sort of, I mean, it's okay to do 2-factor authentication. I'm okay with that. I set it up. So as long as I trust the computer, which I didn't actually trust the computer. But yeah, let me know what you guys are thinking today. Do you believe AMC is going to get up to $8, $9, $10? Where do you think it's actually going to get to? Of course, Elon Musk tweeted about Dogecoin. I feel like all he does is tweet and drive up prices, which is not a bad thing because I like to gain money. Well, that's not good. So let's go ahead and do this. That's what sucks about having two computers. I can't wait until this cough goes away. Will Riot go up to 65 today? I can say that it definitely has potential. Let's look at what Riot is looking at. So the good thing is, right, if you're looking to buy long, you see that decrease here. Hopefully we can see some a little bit of negativity to get down to where the low of lows are. So the fact that it gapped up was amazing. If it can get back to down to where it started really, and then end up having a little bit of a rise as the day goes on, that's what I'm going to be looking for. I'm going to basically say, can I get in this with the potential to gain $5 or $10 or whatever, and drive the price up a little bit. You look at history, what's happened the last couple of days. I know yesterday was kind of a different situation. You see that it has gone down. It has had a number of times to where it did increase quite a bit, from 67 up to 77. That's a $10 gain. From 60 or 59 all the way up to 68, so $10 gain. You can see that this had a large decrease yesterday, but did end up having that large candlestick from 46 up to 53, so getting a pretty decent gain, but then you need to accept your gains there. So you can see that it kind of went downhill as the day went on, which would have been really bad for your situation, because if you don't set a stop loss at any gain that you really want, it's not going to be a good situation for you. So this is something that I'll definitely keep an eye out on. I want to see something pull back and then have the potential to go up. With things like Tesla, like Riot, I don't know if you can add multiple charts here, but I would love to be able to add multiple charts to see what they're doing so that I can actually get in and get out of a trade. I wonder how much actual cash I have available. Cash available to trade. Shoot, I have $4,000 that's not settled. I need it to settle before I can actually trade this. So I feel like there's a potential to gain a couple $100 today with some of these positions, because seeing the opposite movement, that's what I'm looking for. We have almost 500 people in here. If you get 200 likes, I would really appreciate you guys. More than you know. Like a lot. I'm gonna have a price target of $15. Yeah, that's where I'm sitting at minimum. I feel like $15 is definitely where it should be. You can gain a few $1,000s from that, well, especially where I'm sitting. I wish that I wanted to invest more at like the $4.50, $5 range, but I never got around to being able to do it because I was holding GME for some odd reason. We're at 200 likes. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that a lot. You guys are amazing. Hopefully we have free stock so we can play that game again that we did yesterday. How many shares of ADT do I get? If you guys want free stocks, if you want the platform, the link is in the description to sign up for Webull. You'll get 2 free stocks when you sign up and deposit $100. So definitely do it, because I think Webull is where it's at when it comes to being able to gain free stocks, also having great indicators, a great setup, great online platform. So yeah, I feel like you definitely want to go with it. Yeah, take a look at SNDL. Yeah, I mean SNDL is definitely tough. I was looking at this. I might have actually been looking at something else. Was it SNDL or was I looking at something else? I was looking at Naked here. I remember, because they had a pretty large increase from the beginning. It's up 11% right now. This is where it's a little bit tricky because it's been down for a while. So being up this much definitely calls for more of a sell-off. You do see a lot of interest, both buying and selling. So you need to pick your spots. It looks like it's up quite a bit. And it's not a crazy amount. It's up from $1.20 up to $1.45. Right? So it's not a crazy amount, but it is up based on the look of the chart and history, right? So definitely pick your spot. You might see towards the end of the pre-market that it may, you know, sell off a little bit just because people are getting prepared. But if it does, then you definitely end up having an entry point. I don't have a little COVID. I just have a sore throat. It's just a cold. Everything is not COVID. Can I talk about GME? GME is tough, man. I definitely seen potential in a lot of the movement that it did have. The only thing that I'm seeing is that it's now not following what AMC is doing. AMC is actually moving up high percentage, 14% one day, 7% the next day. You know, obviously in the post-market and pre-market, it's down 4%. But GME yesterday was pretty much like flat. You know, it was 2% down from close to close, which is not a good thing. Obviously being down. If you wanted to day trade it, you can get a significant amount of money from it. You know, you can see it move a little bit, but it looks like it's mainly flat. And it's not something that I see as a crazy potential to squeeze. Like I said, with volume, with any interest, yeah, you can gain a ton from it. But it looks like with what happened the last couple of days where we had these pops up to $50, those were the best things that we've seen so far. And what we're seeing is it dropped down significantly, down to basically sub 40. Yeah, a little bit below 40 at like 39 something. And seeing that, it just doesn't look positive. But I still have hope for it. I still talked about in the past that I believe that it could still get up to 100. It's taking too long for me. Someone said it in my comment section of one of my videos, is that it takes too long for me. You can see that just on one trade alone, I can gain easy $300, $400, potentially, you know, $500, $1,000 if I wanted to, with just investing that same money that I had in GME. I can get back up to that. You know, I had a $3,000 loss, but I can easily get back up to that point in at minimum, or actually, let's say minimum, like, you know, I don't know, 10 days maybe, if I really wanted to. And if I took that money, because I invested $7,000 in there, if I took $7,000 and actually took my $300 gain or $200 gain or whatever it actually got to, wherever I could fill it at, then I would have been good. You know, I would have had $7,200 invested in there. Well, it would have been $7,800 because I invested at $76 at 100 shares. So it was $7,600 plus 200. It would have been the $7,800. So it doesn't look too promising. The good thing is that we do see a little bit of volatility. I just want to see some volume. We need the volume increase, just like we're seeing with AMC. We need the volume because let's go ahead and look at where the volume actually was for the last day. You can see that the volume for yesterday was pretty much at its lowest of low. You know, it was at 7 million, 7.3 million. You have 19 million here, 14 million here. You could see 23 million here. But then towards like these big days, you had 56 million, 49 million. You know, from here, you had 175 million on the way up. So you're seeing a ton come from there. I'm a new subscriber. Kindly tell me about BNB. Should I buy or... So I'm going to tell you before I get into this that I never want to tell people when they should buy. If you see it as a buy opportunity based on your strategy, then yes. If I tell you it's not a buy, it shouldn't basically tell you that you shouldn't buy, because it's not a buy based on my strategy, but whatever your strategy is, whenever you feel like you can get in and get out, that's when you should look at it as a buy. Depending what you're, where you invest. Like, do you swing trade? Do you invest intraday? Do you invest long term? Like, what do you see there? I'm going to give you an understanding of what I see. BNB? That's not a. I don't have a position in BNB. Sorry about that, but again, if you see a position that you want to invest into, then definitely do it. But make sure you understand where your profit target is, understand where your loss target is, and stick by those targets. You know, don't take my advice as, you know, someone that invests differently than what you do. We have 600 people in here. If you could hit that like button, that would be phenomenal. We have about an hour until the market opens. If you hit the like button, it gets more people in here, more people that get interested. Oh, you bought a book in my description? What book did you buy? Did you buy the, oh, you bought the How to Day Trade for a Living. Did you buy the audio book or did you buy the, the physical book? I don't know if I have it down here. I think it's upstairs. Actually, it should be down here. It should be down here somewhere. That's amazing, though. I love that book so much. Yeah, I've read it multiple times. I've listened to it and I've read it. I have the physical book and the audio book saved, both audio books and both physical books as well, just in case somebody wanted a really good read. Can I put a mask? I don't want to get that call. I don't think you can get it through the computer. I don't think that's a thing. It's nice getting feedback like AMC. It's been useful listening to both the crazy screamers and the more grounded people. I know what I think, but it's good to hear what others think. Yes, you're right, Peach, and I totally agree with you. That's why I create these streams, one, as a community for people to say what they feel. You can see the people that are extreme when it comes to, you know, holding, because it's not trading, it's not swing trade, it's not investing. If you're just holding, you're mainly just trying to get revenge in that case. But everybody needs to profit out of this. You know, if you're a person that has never won in the stock market, this is what it's about. It's about trying to get as many people to be profitable over the hedge funds. And I'm hoping that I can gain your sort of interest when it comes to trading, and you can be able to become profitable in day trading or swing trading or whatever. I really don't do swing trading well. I can say that I can do it, and I can give you something that will be a long-term gainer. But I don't like the volatility of the after-hours market where I'm not watching it. You know, in my opinion, that's the worst time for me, because it could gap down, it could gap up based on lack of volume or interest or whatever. Let's look at AMC. Let's see what they're doing. So they are down 5%. Hopefully we can see something really good here. That's not AMC. Hopefully we can see something really good here. It's down to $7.35. The good thing that I really like about this is the fact that it is above $7. You know, it's been hovering for a number of days around that $5 mark, right? $4 to $5 mark. Then started to push up from $5 to $6. And then it was really tough to break that $6 barrier. There was a ton of days to where it got to $6 or $5.98 and didn't get past it. And then all of a sudden it got past it, even though it did not show a lot of buy volume, which is kind of weird, but then not weird at the same time. It kind of confirms that there was manipulation. And then now it's obviously past that $6 mark into the $7 mark. So hopefully we can continue with this slow growth. And this is what I thought was going to happen. I never really thought there was going to be a huge pop. Now, if it all unravels at one time to where manipulation gets completely reversed because the price is going up for a lot of the hedge funds, then yeah. And if people start to really invest, if we see 300 million in volume today, I think that we might, get a pretty decent pop today. Because if you look at some of the big days, and I know we're going back to the day look, but if you look at some of the big days, you can see that this is 1.2 billion. And yes, you had 570 million pushing it down. If we can get 570 million pushing it up, look at the price change that we can make. What was the low? The low was $6.51. The high was $16.50. So you literally have so much potential to grow there. And if we can get up to $16.50, that's going to be phenomenal for a number of people, especially me sitting at that minimum profit target of $15. That would be amazing. And be able to sit there, that would be phenomenal. So we do have 600 people in here. If you could hit that like button, get it to 300 likes. I would love to get it to 600 likes, but that may be asking a lot. If anybody, if you do like the stream, if you do like what I say, if you do like investing or trading, hit that like button, get it above 300 or 400 likes, and you're doing me a favor by doing that. How do you folks feel about Incorporated? I don't know how I feel about that. All right, so this is a cannabis stock. Am I right by saying that? Cannabis stock. Yes, it is a cannabis stock. The way that I look at this, let's break it down by 1 minute. Look at a day. Actually, let's look at the 10,000 foot view or 100,000 foot view. You can see that I like this as a slow grower. You can see the trend line, and I don't see any huge pops in the future. You did see a pretty good pop, but like I said in the past, this was falling off of the trend line, and it was gaining a lot of popularity to where you did have that sort of pump. But here you had a pump and dump. With any cannabis stock, that's what happened. But right now it's following a trend line. So if I draw a trend line here from, let's say, here all the way to here, and maybe a little bit above, and there's certain touch points. So from here to here, you could see that trend line moving up, right? And that's why I say it is a slow grower, something that you may see these little pops here, but I think it's going to continue to come back to earth, come back to that trend line. And it may be a bunch more depending how much interest there actually is. Thank you for the 300 likes. I really appreciate that. Anybody else that hasn't hit the like button, hit that like button. But yeah, you can see this growth here, which may come back to the trend line, or it might, pull away for a number of, days. You could see that this pulled away for a number of days and had that large pop, which was pumped. But then you've seen that this had, really pulled away. It was pumped a little bit and then came back to earth. And then started to continue to grow. So I think it's going to be a slow grower up to, that 20, maybe pull back somewhere around that $23 mark. I feel like it resisted a couple of points there, having that reverse W, the M, I guess, where you have multiple touch points at the top and one small touch point at the bottom. So I think that it's definitely going to have a slow growth. You might be above 20 in a couple of days, but or you might be above 20 today, depending how fast this growth actually is, and you'll get some good movement. Why in 720p? I don't know. It's the streaming software. I have a 4K camera. I have a 4K webcam, and it doesn't capture anything in 4K. So I have no idea. I have top of the line internet. Don't understand. Yes, I guess with a Democrat in office and controlling the House and the Senate, really, yeah, cannabis stocks seem like a very great long-term option. Probably a year or so, 2 years, depending what actually happens. But I feel like it's a long-term option regardless, because whatever actually happens will stay in place, I believe, once you see the benefits. But the industry is astronomical, the amount of money you can make from there. Use Elgato's streaming service. See, I use Streamlabs. Everybody recommends Streamlabs, and a bunch of people use it which have better quality than I do, and it doesn't make sense why my quality is so bad, because the way that I'm looking at it on the streaming software, it looks really good. You could see all of the numbers, all of the information. Bitcoin sell-off at 2/3 month. Can't be good. AMC is going to hit $9 today. That'll be really good if it does. What stocks are you looking at buying during this sale? So if you look at all of the things I'm looking at on my, which I will add more as time goes on, as I see different positions. If people bring up certain positions that I feel like it's definitely, what's the bit rate on your streaming service? I have no idea. For someone that's tech savvy, I feel like I'm not tech savvy. A 4K bit rate is like 15,000 or higher. I mean, I don't know. Anyone balls deep in Bitcoin? Would it depend on what browser you're watching? No, I feel like it's the streaming, because you can adjust to see what level of quality you want to look at, whether it's 440p or 720p or 1080p, but it only gives you the option of 720p, so it's obviously recording in 720p. But my camera is a 4K camera. Using the software, the max it could get to is 1080p. For the software, I feel like that's not good, but I wish that I could record in 4K. I do have a 4K screen recorder, but I don't have a 4K streaming service, which it'll be tough to do that, to stream in 4K. Yeah, it says I'm streaming it. I stream on Twitch at 1440p. That's a heavy toll on your PC, but you also need a really high bit rate. Yeah, I mean, my PC is really good, but again, I just need to understand exactly what's going on with streaming, because I want it to be high quality streams. Maybe that's the reason why you see it not being pushed to many people, because it's low quality streams. But I don't know. Regular OBS is better. I have OBS. I find it actually more difficult to navigate through. As a screen recorder, yeah, I use OBS all the time, but Streamlabs OBS just makes it a little bit better, because one, I have the chat right here, I have all the information there. It seems just a little bit easier to navigate through, which it's sort of the same, but I would just stuff your internet up in 4K. There's no need. Yeah, I guess you're right. You don't want to stream in 4K. The amount of people that can actually watch in 4K, almost non-existent. You'd be surprised. All the newer smartphones, which a lot of people have, you can watch 4K videos. Like my my Galaxy Note 10, I believe. I think it's 10. My Galaxy Note 10, I can watch 4K videos in it. Let's see what the stream health is. So stream is healthy from what it says. I don't know. It's tough. I'll try and continue to work at it. AMC to the moon today. I hope so. Right now it's down 5%. You're not really seeing much movement. Hopefully we see a lot more volume in the open. We have, what is it? Ugh, how many minutes is that? 50 minutes? Are you going to talk about AMC? Yes. Sorry. So AMC right now looks pretty decent with the volatility. I would love to see, obviously, I would love to see the price go up. I would have loved to seen a gap up in the beginning of the day, which we did not see. But the positivity, you do see the positivity here. You do see sell-offs that are happening. It's hitting the 770 mark, somewhere around that 770, 760 mark, and it's pulling back multiple times. And then, you know, obviously getting down to where it's at 730. Hopefully we can see an increase. There is a possibility that we could see a decrease right away, where just like we've seen every other day, you know, we see a decrease right from the start. Here we have that decrease from the start. We had a little bit of an increase pushing us up to 750, selling off down to basically $6, and then going all the way back up, a low of $6, so it didn't break that $6 mark, and then continuing up and getting to 720 right away. So gaining a ton of money there, which I don't know if I should just, if it does get back down to like $6, if I should average down by putting more money into AMC, but then I'm holding up that money and not being able to trade with it. But that does give me a potential to gain a little bit more money while lowering my cost basis. But yeah, I feel like that could be a possibility where I look at 2,000 shares, all right, where I hold somewhere around 2,000 shares, and I could drive that, the amount of profit that I can gain up. You don't need 4K on tiny displays. I mean, it comes in handy. You see all of the detail. I actually like it. I really like it. I really like watching 4K videos. It just looks, I don't know. It just looks a lot better. On my larger displays, I only have, I think we have 2 4K TVs in here. I would love a 4K projector, but yeah. What platform am I using? This is Webull. So if you go down in the description, you click the Webull link, you can get 2 free stocks if you sign up and deposit $100. And then if you go over to downloads, you can download the Webull platform, which I believe is 4 point something. I can't remember what it is. But you can download the Webull platform, and it's a really great platform. It's free. But if you wanted this order book, so if you wanted this piece over here, if you wanted the order books to know what the volume is, what the sell volume is, what the buy volume is, and where the orders are actually coming in, you need to pay a little bit more. But the good thing is, Webull actually offers these things. Let's see if we have any promotions here. So I do have 16 free stocks, so that's going to be fun. But Webull offers some things that I would like to get into here. Give me a second. So it offers a thing where it's spin the wheel, basically. So what you'll do is you'll get 21 chances to spin this wheel and gain free stocks here, but you obviously have to go through all of these steps of inviting people, you know, getting someone to sign up and all that stuff. But you can get up to 21, and then what it does is you click this button, which I can't do because I'm maxed out, and then it goes around, and what you can get is 12 free months of level 2. So if you get 12 free months, then obviously you don't have to pay for that. But other than that, you do have to pay for it. I have a number of 12 free months, and then you can also get Google or Facebook. I've not won Google or Facebook. I've won GE and SWN, but I haven't won Google or Facebook. I've had a couple times where Facebook, it looked like I was gonna, you know, gain some money off of it. It looked like it was gonna get there, but it ended up skipping to level 2. So it's whatever. But either way, you can gain free stocks and free level 2s from that point. We have 600 or 700 people in here. If you could hit that like button and get it above 400, that would be amazing. Yeah, it is. Steve J, I could tell you that I believe that Webull is the best platform to get people in. And I know they don't want people to gamify the stock market, but I think that's the best way that you can get a lot of people into the stock market, understanding what they have in these stocks, understanding the growth by actually doing this. You know, all I need is a 1080p. 1080p is all you need for home theaters. Yeah, I guess you're right. I mean, it's just the big picture and the experience, but but yeah, I feel like Webull definitely gamifies the stock market a little bit by understanding, you know, that you can win free stocks. If you invite people, you have a wheel to where you can win certain stocks, you get a chance. And I feel like it really introduces people to the stock market. I've never seen an app that introduces people the right way. And you have Robinhood to where you would gain free stocks, but it's nothing compared to Webull. Yeah, right. I want an 8K home theater. That would be amazing, but 8K is expensive. You can't trade on the app, but you can use the app. It's great. That's good to know, because for right now, you can see that even though I'm, you know, trading on Fidelity while reviewing everything on Webull, which I'm starting to transfer a lot to Webull, I might actually end up withdrawing. You know what? I'm gonna withdraw it uh, from here and transfer it over to Webull. It's a good idea. I see CCIV today. What is it doing? I know it's positive, right? CCIV is around 5%. Jesus. 5% gain today. Yeah, 38% loss yesterday, though. I am interested to see what they're going to do. If I can find a way to get them back down to the low of the low, maybe 30 or you know, $33 or whatever it was at, then I will definitely put some money into it. I'm thinking of a short-term gain. Let's see what a couple of days have done here. So for CCIV, this large drop is obviously, it hurts a lot of people. And maybe it's not supposed to be valued at that height, but you see the gap up and you see the consistency here. The fact is that people just ended up selling off, you know, in the after hours market. It wasn't even during the day. This was literally like 1 day's worth of work that was taken away. So yeah, I definitely see the potential at $30 to be able to go from 30 to 43 would be amazing, and invest in a ton of shares. Yeah, I don't think it's too late there, and you can gain a lot out of it. You know, just imagine, you know, putting $3,000 worth in there. You know, you're getting a decent profit there, going from, you know, $30 at investing $3,000 at $30, and then having that jump up, you know, to $44 would be really good. So I'm definitely watching of what could happen, but the problem is that I have my money right now is sitting in limbo because it's not settled yet. It may take another day or so to actually get settled, which sucks. Um, can I transfer out to another? Why is AMC going down right now? um, well, things in the pre-market and post-market definitely act a little bit differently. For some reason, you know, it may level out, it may gap up, just based on the potential volume. So with everything that happens in the, I believe, pre-market and post-market, you have to set a limit order. You cannot set any like market orders here. So they basically have predictability to know exactly where it's going to move based on whether it will get filled or it won't get filled. You have a lot of people that are looking to buy at $7.20. So you're gonna have some buy walls, but this is a good thing. I mean, because we know the potential, we know where it's going to move. You look at the upward trajectory and how much positivity it does have. And I feel like what we did see here, we're sort of seeing here. We're seeing a little bit of a decrease versus an increase, but it wasn't something that was a crazy move upward during the open to close or during the after hours market. It started here and ended literally like right here. And the only reason it ended up here was because we had that shoot up in the price. So it would have ended somewhere around close to even, right? But yeah, hopefully we could see some positivity towards the end of the pre-market. You know, we still have over 30 minutes, so it's not something that we really have to truly worry about at this moment. These dips are so tempting. Don't want to FOMO. I agree with you 100%. I keep telling myself, hey, if this dips down to, I don't know, let's say $4 or so, or dips down to $5 or $6, I feel like it's tempting because then I can lower my cost basis and gain a lot more money in the long term when it does hit $15, when it does hit $20, you know? And every dollar that I gain above my cost basis will be $2,000, you know? I mind looking at APPL. Nope, I don't mind. All right, so I love all the positivity here. I love the gain over the last day. It looks like it's a lot more than it actually was, but it wasn't that much. From close to close, it wasn't that much. From open to close, it was a little bit higher. From close to close, it was a little bit lower. But it finished at $15. It looks like it's a pretty decent gainer, a slow gainer. Let's look at a 10,000 foot view. You can see that it is a consistently slow gainer. It's not something that has massive pullbacks. That's definitely great upside. But what I want to see is, has it been a slow gainer the whole time, or is it something that had like a full bottom out? That's what I'm looking for to basically say what the actual potential is when the sell-off points are, because a lot of times the past will dictate what the future will bring. So it looks like it's a consistent gain over the long haul. You could see gap ups and it stays above that gap. You don't ever see any massive pullbacks. So this looks really intriguing. You can't really say, hey, wait for a pullback, because you don't really see them. You do see some that go from $13 to $12, but that's not a long, over a couple of days, it's not really a huge decrease. So I can say that that definitely has potential to continue to move up, because it's obviously getting to all-time highs, or at least 52-week highs. But this looks amazing anyways. You were talking about actually Apple. Okay. What is Apple? What is it? What is Apple's ticker symbol? I'm driving myself nuts. But that position actually looks pretty good. Why am I going insane right now? It's AAPL. Why did I not know that? I should have never added that to that. I should add it to a different watch list. Apple over the long haul doesn't really look like it's performing well. Long-term growth, you probably see something more short-term to where it does have movement. The range for yesterday, it really only moved $3 for how high of a price it is. Actually, let's see. Sorry, it moved a lot more than that. So it moved pretty decent amount. So hopefully, if you're looking for a day trading opportunity, you can actually see that there by doing that. But I would say long term, it does not look good to me. I would say that what's crazy is you need to find that bottom, which you may be close to it, just to be able to get it, up to the $150 range or whatever. But yeah, if I was looking at it from a 10,000 or 100,000 foot view, don't know what that's all about. You can see that huge drop off, right? Jesus Christ. So a huge drop off there. But in the time being, if you're looking at the current stock price and how it was moving, it doesn't look great, right? And we may be close to a bottom here. You may be seeing something that could reverse field. But as I look at like one day, let's look at actually 5 days. As I look at 5 days, I see a lot of day trading opportunity here, right? So something that drops down significantly and does end up giving me a decent increase here to where I can take a profit from that 118 mark all the way up to 124. You can get a pretty decent profit and then basically set your stop loss at maybe 120. I don't know, so 118 to 120 or so, you can gain a number of dollars out of that by holding 100 or so shares. Charts mean very little. Charts mean a lot. Charts tell me what the buyers and sellers are doing, which are the most important pieces. People will say that, news matters most, but tell me when you can always have positive news that equals to a positive movement. You won't. 100% of the time will not happen. Charts, yes, the indicators will not go your way most of the time, but if you limit losses, the strategy can go your way 100% of the time because it's your strategy. As long as you stick to that strategy, you're fine. And if a stock doesn't go your way, it doesn't reverse field, like every time you would see here with a large green candlestick, does it reverse field? Yeah, you can gain some money off of it. You think AMC can get to $24 if there's a squeeze? See, this is where I don't know if there's a squeeze. I think you can get to a lot more. Yes, AMC can get to $24 without a squeeze. I believe that AMC with the squeeze can potentially get to $50 if it actually had a squeeze, or $100 if it actually had a squeeze. Like a squeeze is what happened to GameStop, to where it started at like that $5 mark, went all the way up to $500. That's absolutely insane. That's a squeeze. So with the potential of an actual squeeze, you're going to see a pretty decent increase there. Even with a slight squeeze, you're still going to see a crazy increase there. Instead of going from $5 to $500, you're going to go from $5 to $50 or $5 to $100. That's what I'm saying. AMC will do something really big as long as we can continue with this volume, and I think the volume will continue. When people see high volume, they start to get in because they see it driving the price up. This is what people needed to see, because 165 million shares ends up turning into 263 million shares, which turns into 363 million shares. And then it turns into 460. So it obviously has like a crazy effect on the way people invest. But yeah, I think it definitely can get there. Thank you for the super chat. I think it definitely can get there without a squeeze. With a squeeze, it will definitely hit that target. So that's what I'm looking for to see if it's squeeze potential. And if it gets above $20, then that's where I'll set my, people saying dead cat. It's not a dead cat. It's not a dead cat. I don't know why people are saying this. That's a funny term, but I mean, no. And I actually don't like that term because I have some cats and I would be upset if they were dead. I would pay any money to, have them be as healthy as possible. But that's totally besides the point. GME versus AMC, which one is better? AMC right now, because it has a lot more squeeze potential. To buy right now at the low prices. GME is at a low price, but I would definitely say that AMC has more potential, and I've been saying that for a number of weeks. That AMC has a lot more potential. This is why I took my money out of GME, because I feel like GME just doesn't have enough potential to get me back up to my target price, or it would get me to break even, but I think it wouldn't get me back to my target price for a while. And I'm not saying GME just doesn't have potential at all. It just doesn't have as much as AMC. We need the volume there. Go look at RTP and the news out with the merger. Oh wow. Huge increase, which, I mean, obviously you see the increase and you're going to also see the decrease. But it's not that huge of an increase, from $13 up to $16. I need an account. Well, that sucks. This one actually through a merger with Reinvent Technology Partners. Is that why you're seeing a lot of the increase here? But like I've always said, news really dictates like what could possibly happen. So if it's positive news where you do have a merger, right, you're going to see this increase over the pre-market. But the market still consists of buyers and sellers. Sorry, the market still consists of buyers and sellers. So if people are buying up this price, people are going to sell the price at at the same scale, basically. So it's great news that there is a merger, but the problem is that you do have a number of people that are looking to just take a profit, especially off of news. So they see the price drive up, continue to drive up from $13 to $16. People would hope that it continues to drive up, which it could possibly do. You see a little bit of fight back, but not enough. You see the large red candlesticks, large green candlesticks, larger or smaller red candlesticks, large green candlesticks, which I would think would indicate an upward movement here. But with the amount of move that it did have, I still want to see a little bit more, because I feel like with the leveling out, that means that it could be consolidating to where it reverses field, and you see that. So hopefully in the open, you see a lot more here that pushes the price up, but I don't see anything from a volume perspective that tells me that it's going to skyrocket. But obviously great news. I seen that someone said, can you guys get me to 500 likes? We have 1,100 people in here. If you could hit that like button, that would be phenomenal. Yes, I did drink some water, but the cough is still there. It's going to be there for a while. I'm sorry. CCIV at $16. You think it's going to go down to $16? Isn't it at 30 something or something? I can't remember. You're saying CCIV is going to go to $16. That's where it's going to be a buy. I hope that it does go low, because if I can see potential movement in this, then yeah, I will get in at a higher price. And if it starts to decrease a little bit, then I'll get out. But the problem is that I don't have any cleared money right now. All of my money is actually held up and is not cleared. So if I did a day trade right now, it would not go over well. And I believe my account would be frozen. Oh, I do have cough drops. Thanks for saying that, Caleb. We almost have 500 likes. We have 499. Is this your full-time job? No. So I'm a senior financial analyst for a hospital system. I just love trading. I've loved trading for a long period of time. If you know people or you know where I actually work, then you can ask those people and they know that I love trading. But I would mainly watch stocks while I was at work. Now that I'm working from home, there's a lot more flexibility in my work schedule. So I work as a senior financial analyst. I make YouTube videos. I buy into stocks. I have a number of streams of income that amount to quite a bit, and taxes are definitely a treat. I'll tell you that. But yeah. Rona cough is bad. I don't have Rona. It's Matt, let's do a clubhouse. I don't know what that is. Is that like, I don't know, like a sort of an audio? I don't know what it is. I've seen that what Elon Musk did one with like Vlad. Oh, it's dropping audio chat. That's cool. Is that where you just have? Is it only available on the Apple App Store, or is that? Because I have a Galaxy, so I don't think that works. We have 1,142 people in here. Please continue to hit that like button. I would love to bring more people in here. But yeah, if I can find a way to do that, it's a private chat. It's just like a chat. It's just like a podcast. Yeah, that's always fun to be able to do. Can you do it on Android? Yeah, I did see that Trace Trades said that it can trigger a gamma squeeze. It could. This is the thing. There's always been a possibility of a squeeze here. It's not something that's out of the picture, and I wouldn't say that the squeeze is not possible. I did have a couple of videos that saying no squeeze, but it was with the idea that if there would be no squeeze if we do not have the volume. The fact that we are showing 265 or 263 million shares worth of volume means that there is potential. If we can get to 300 million shares, there's more potential. This is what we need. We need that back and forth. We need that increase in the volume in order to push this squeeze out there. Just Apple for now. Well, whenever they go to Android, then I'll do something like that. That sounds like fun. If you guys are interested, I also have a TikTok. I wanted to do more videos on there. And if you want to ask like Q&A questions, I can do Q&A questions, short form answers. So if you want to check out my TikTok, I believe it's in the description. I have 2 TikToks. I don't know if I have both of them on there. One's like a golf TikTok. The other one's a personal finance TikTok. So the first link is the personal finance TikTok. The second one is my golf TikTok. I haven't uploaded anything on the golf one for a while because it's kind of snowing. But yeah. Any Tesla ideas? So for me, I definitely see this pullback here, and I'm hoping that during the open that it will decrease a little bit more. And I understand there are people that are holding it, but I want to find a great entry point. And the way that we find these great entry points, maybe we can get to a point to where 732 is the high, right? And $700 is the low. That will be amazing, because then I can basically say that you can invest at $700, push up to $730, maybe gain $10 out of it, $20 out of it, whatever, and then make some money out of it. How do you get the trend line at the bottom on Webull? If you go up to the top here, and you look at, I think it's indicators. If you look at indicators, you go to RSI. If you click RSI, that's where you get the RSI label. Anything over 70 is overbought. Anything under 30 is oversold. So hopefully that does help. What do I normally shoot on the course? Typically it's around 90 to 95. I've had days where I've shot in the 80s. I've had a couple of days where I shot in the 70s, but those are like out of 100 rounds, it'll probably be one time where I'll shoot in the 70s. And maybe 2 times where I'll shoot in the 80s. It just depends how my swing is. Lately, I've been losing a lot of distance. So it's been tough. I've been doing a lot of things on TikTok to where I'll do like driver only, 3-iron only, all of that. Weeble is not available in Canada. That sucks. It's not available at all. Can you like view it, or you just can't trade on it? We have 1,170 people in here. Please hit that like button, get it above 600 likes. Why does my Weeble app look so damn different than yours? So yeah, I set things up a little bit differently. So if you go here, you probably have something to where you have like one of these order books set up. So you have a ladder over here. You can set up multiple things. So if you go over to like these 3 lines where you see each section, you go over to these 3 lines, you can set up any widget that you want. You have a number of widgets. If you look at all these widgets, you can set up a ton of things. So there's a lot of people that have different strategies that trade long term that have a different look than mine. Since mine is short term, it makes sense to have this. I will look at, sorry, Alfred, I will look at SYPR. I want you to spam it, I'm sorry. But you have a number of widgets here and you may look at something different. So everybody's can look totally different. But here, I will put my watch lists. Up here, you probably have something that's it's probably consolidated over here, but all I did was extend it out all the way across. And I have all this information up top, and then I have my buy orders here and whatever the order book is looking like here. I'll try and make it easy so I can easily day trade right there. Have you tried a 1-iron? I have not. I've tried a 2-iron. I have a 2-iron that I use consistently. Let's see. What do I think about SYPR? So in the pre-market, it's moved a lot, 151%. That is crazy, crazy movement. Now, I don't know what this reasoning for this actually is. I received a follow-up award 42 minutes ago. Let's see. Among the pre-market losers. Okay, I was trying to look for some current news. So obviously, this is only the current news we have. But 151% looks amazing. But like I say, with anything, if you see a large increase, especially this much, you missed it. If you didn't get into this, you completely missed it. I'm not going to say that it will not go up because I think you still can drive the volume up. But you look at how many sell orders that are actually coming in. I feel as though once this opens, you're going to see a sort of a sell-off. And no matter if it does go up, I would not take my chances in going into this because it's just too much of a I don't know. It's not something that I look at that it does have a lot of wide range 5-minute candlesticks, which is really good on the way up and continuing to have it on the way up. But the problem is it moved up way too much. It's at 151%, 140%. I feel like you're going to see that sell off. Someone said stock split. Stock split for what? I miss AMC. Can you talk about AMC? Yeah. So here we go. Let's go into AMC here. So AMC, I'm going to continue to talk about it throughout the day, or however long the stream goes. But let me play an ad here. So if you get an ad, let's just wait the 5 seconds so people can skip it if they do skip it. But we're going to talk about AMC in just a couple of seconds. Let's go to most popular right now. So for AMC, right, the thing that we want to focus on is the volume. This is the main thing that we want to focus on. Yesterday, we had 263 million shares, which is crazy. This is what I said for the last couple of weeks. I've been saying we need the volume in order to increase this. If we do not get the volume, we're not going to see any type of squeeze. We're not going to see any type of increase. We need the volume. So you look at this and we're seeing a ton of volume. Now this day was a green day at 39 million shares, which is definitely good. But 165 million, 263 million. Hopefully we can see 300 million here. That would be absolutely amazing to get 20% gain, because we had 14% gain here. We had a 17% gain here, and we're hoping to see a really good day today. So that's what we need to focus on in order to push this up. Now, when we look at what they're doing in the 5 days, you can see that it has consistent growth uphill. It has basically this trend line that we can build here. Now, it's not a all touch point trend line, but it has this trend line that we can build here. It's on the way up. It's moving on the way up. If we wanted to build a more aggressive trend line, we could, move it on the way up there. But you look at this, let's scroll out a little bit. Can I scroll out? Let's scroll in there. You can see this trend line building all the way up, and that's the trajectory that I feel like it should be moving. In the next day, it should be somewhere around that $8 mark. It should get up there based on the way the trend is going. Just looking at the trend lines, you see the positivity, the pullback to where that trend line is. You see that positivity, the pullback to where that trend line is. I don't know where my indicators went, but they left the building. So let's look at both the trend lines. So you can see the 15 moving average cross over the 200 EMA, which is a really good thing for the 5-day look, which indicates that it is going to be an increase in volume. And you've seen that increase in volume. It's starting to flatten out a little bit, which happens once it starts getting to the touch points. But good thing is we see a really good picture here. The problem with the day is that we're seeing a down day. We're not seeing the positivity that we've seen in the last day or so. So seeing this, you can see this trend line cuts across what happened here, and hopefully we can continue to push up. What we're hoping for in the next, I guess 15 minutes or so, 13 minutes, we're hoping for this to continue to push up. We want this to get around that 750 mark. It can be down, that's okay. But we're hoping to see it maybe do an initial drop down like it always does, and then recover with that volume. There's a lot of people that are getting interested based on the fact that we do have a crazy amount of volume for the last couple of days. So hopefully we can drive more and more people into this and continue to drive up this price. This is what it's all about. We're looking to really gain here. And I think we have some really good potential to drive this price up to that $8, $9 mark today, which would be absolutely phenomenal as long as we have that volume. The volume has to stay consistent. And when trading on Revolt Invest, I can do that on the current price, but what does it take to set a bid or ask price? You have to be a licensed broker to set a bid or ask price, to like reset the bid or ask price. I mean, you can bid on a price at whatever area you want. I'm not understanding the question, but the problem that you want to look at if you're talking about day trading, the difference between the bid and the ask could be a lot different. So putting in a market order could be something that could take away cents from you, which I've had done in the past, where I thought I would invest at a certain point, but it ended up being 20 cents more, which is obviously not something that I want, but it's only 20 cents. But sometimes I'm looking to only gain $1, which means I have to move up a lot more than where I invested in. So I'm not really understanding the full question, but in order to set bid and ask price, it depends how fast and how volatile the actual market is. But you'll see the difference between the two. The problem is you can put, or the thing that you want to do is you can put in a limit order at any price you want. So I'm not really understanding that question. Advice. Where's that at? Space, where'd it go? Where'd it go? Oh, I lost it. Thank you for the super chat though. I appreciate that. Let the market open and buy on the panic dip. Yeah, no bears allowed. I agree with you. The thing that we look at, or when I say we, I mean, I guess me, because I don't have a team. But the thing that I look at is I look for that initial volatility in the beginning. You see that panic dip. You'll see the crazy dip that you'll see right in the beginning, to where you can buy in more, lower your cost basis, drive it on the way up, make some money out of whatever you invested in, get out, or whatever you wanted to do, whether it's AMC, Tesla, GME, whatever the position is. I love to play that card. What about crack? Like the drug? SNDL was done last week, missed the boat. Yeah, if you notice when these positions go down so much, or you notice when they do go up and you can get in, obviously that's the best bet possible. But if you get in chasing the stock, something like what we were just looking at, let me see. There was one of these. I can't remember which one it was, but let's go to recently viewed. There's one of these. If you get in here where you're chasing the stock for this position, if you get in where you're chasing the stock right at this point, it's way too high. It's over. You know, even if it does go up at this point, you missed the initial investment. You missed being able to gain a ton of money. So move on to the next position. Yes, 1.3K viewers watching. Thank you everybody for watching. Please hit that like button. Would love it to get to 1,000 likes. That would be amazing. You guys are amazing. I know you are. But we have 8 minutes until the market opens. Let me check my email to make sure things aren't going crazy right now. Not really. It's not the beginning of the month, so that's definitely good. If it was the beginning of the month, then things may be going a little bit more insane. Race Trade says he's going to give away a Tesla if AMC hits $650 a share. Does he even have a Tesla? I mean, if it hits $650 a share, I'm sure he can just go out and easily buy a Tesla, because the amount that you gain off of AMC is crazy. If it hits $650 where I'm holding right now, that would be insane growth. I mean, absolutely insane. But, you know, anything has potential to get up to really anything with the volume. I mean, it just depends what we're doing. There's a number of people that are looking to drive prices. And if we can drive these prices up as high as possible, yeah. I mean, without confusing people, you know, pretty much to the moon. I'm looking to see what Tesla does, what everything does. Right now, I still have money in limbo. How many shares do you have on AMC? I have 44 on Webull, if that's what you're asking. I have 44. I don't know where it says it. It says it somewhere up here. But I have 44 on Webull. Hopefully you can see that. Can I move it? No, I can't move it. Yeah, you can see it down here. So I have 44 on Webull, and I have 1,690 on Fidelity. On Webull, I have a cost basis of $12. On Fidelity, I have a cost basis of $9.38. So before we get into this, before we get into what the market is doing today, let's go into the free stocks that I gained today. Now remember, if you want to gain free stocks, click the link down below if you can get Webull, if you can get it in your country, if you're in the US or wherever you actually are. Click the link down below. You can get free stocks if you sign up and deposit $100. And like pretty much every day I've been opening up, you know, free stocks here. And I wanted to see how many shares of AMC that I get. How many shares of AMC, or sorry, how many shares of ADT do you believe that I'm going to get? Please tell me what you guys think. Let me know the exact number. Whoever gets the exact number, I will give away an Amazon gift card here. That's always fun. So we have 1,389 people in here. One, you have to hit the like button. We need to get this above 1,000 likes. But take a guess of if we get to 1,000 likes. If we get to 1,000 likes, and you give your guesses on ADT, then I will, instead of giving away a $10 gift card, it will be a $20 gift card. How about that? If it gets to 1,000 likes, we have 1,300 people in here. We can definitely get to 1,000 likes. We have all these guesses, all these guesses. It has to get to 1,000 likes though. If it doesn't get to 1,000 likes, then, you know, before I end this, then it's not going to be a $20 gift card. So it'll just be a mere $10. We have 1,300 people in here. We have 750 likes, 759 likes. Come on, we can push it to 1,000. It's not a tall task. There we go. There's a jump. Continue to hit that like button. I only have 16 chances. So people that are saying over 26 or 72, don't. These are numbers that are ridiculous. So I have 16 chances. How many shares of ADT am I going to get? I'm really going to have to scroll. But get it to 1,000 likes. I'm about to start. All right, so if we get to 1,000 likes by the time I finish this, then I'm going to go ahead and give out that $20 gift card. But if it doesn't get to 1,000 likes, it's going to be $10. So here we go. All right, first one. We got 1 share, 2 shares, 3 shares, 4 shares, 5 shares, 6 shares, 7 shares, 8 shares, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Is this going to be 14? 14 shares. So if someone said 14, we didn't get to 1,000 likes. All right, look, if I scroll up and we can get to 1,000 likes by the time I get to whoever the winner was, then it doesn't scroll all the way up. All right, stop typing. All right, so it looks like it's whom Jason. whom Jason is the winner. He actually said it multiple times, scrolling all the way down. But whom Jason is the winner. And it looks like, you know what, I'll give away the $20 gift card anyways. We got close to 1,000 likes, so thank you for pushing that as high as possible. Don't take away any likes because you didn't win. That's a fun game. I like doing that. You have a lot of people that throw a bunch of numbers in the chat. It's definitely awesome. Unless I can unlike and then re-like. That's funny. So whom Jason, if you can go over to my Instagram right now so that people don't create an account, prove that it's you on YouTube. All you have to do is like do a screenshot maybe of your YouTube account, maybe with your email address or something. I won't spam your email address. I'm gonna send your gift card via email. So whom Jason, if you're here, reach out to me on Instagram, prove that it's your account. It's easier if you screenshot it where the email address actually is and do it now so that nobody creates a new account. I'm unliking because I didn't win. You guys are funny. You guys are hilarious. All right, so it's 9:30. Let's see what's happening here. But whom Jason, please reach out to me. And I'll get you your gift card. It seems like AMC is down. It is taking a dip here. Hopefully it doesn't go below $7. Remember that this is you could see a panic dip here. You do have a lot of green that's actually happening here. Maybe we'll see a little bit of a reversal. You'll see that Tesla is actually making a move down. If it can get below $700, I think that may be close to a buy. But definitely check out Amazon buying AMC, I guess. If it can get below $700, then that'll be amazing. It is at 708. GME is actually up today, moving quite a bit. Actually going up 1% as of the moment. Let's see if we could see some more positivity there. AMC is moving upward as well. Thought we would see more of a panic dip here, but we are seeing an increase. Hopefully we can drive that price up to $800 or $800, $8. That would be amazing. We have 1,341 people in here. 1,000 or close to 1,000 likes. If you can get it to 1,000 likes, that'd be amazing. You guys are amazing for doing that. So let me see what's going on here with my messages. Okay. Is that really you, Jason? You hit my Instagram? Okay, I just seen that. All right, perfect. Could you actually type your email address in the? Thank you for doing that. Could you type your email address in there, just so I can easily copy and paste, because I don't want to have to, go back and forth between Amazon and this message. Actually, I'll just send you. Accept it. There we go. Thank you. All right, so AMC is looking, it's down 5%, right? GME is up 4%. That looks amazing. Tesla's up, moving up to $7.20. You could really have done like a swing trade here if you did invest at 619, pushing it up to 720, gaining a pretty decent profit out of the 2 days. Hopefully you could see something push as well with this, but you're seeing a lot of green. For people that said it is a crash, and I made a video, which I believe I released probably at 9 o'clock. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, I think I talked about the crash and how I don't believe that it is a crash. We have 1,411 people in here. We're 4 likes away from 1,000 likes. Come on, guys. Who didn't hit the like button? Hit that like button. Right now, Tesla's at 720 now. OCGN's at $9. That's moving up at 6% gain. Mavis is up 5%. Is currently moving a little bit down. SNDL is moving up as well. GME is at 5%. You still have AMC that's down 5%. Hopefully we can push up some prices here, but it is within the 30 minutes. So don't think that Tesla is $7.20. That's a steal. Did I say $7.20? $720. Sorry. That's definitely a steal if it's at $7.20. Good place to look at order book level 2, other than Weeble. I don't know what that question is. There's multiple question marks, and I don't know what that question is. Anders, if you can ask that again, maybe separate the questions. GME's up 5%, Tesla's up 3%, RIOT's up 11%. I was interested in that as I seen it, and if I did see these wide range candle bars, I would have continued to move up and be able to gain maybe $6 here. The difference of gaining from $53 up to $56 would be astronomical, but right now you can see this pullback. Let's see, Mavis is up 3%. SNDL is up 5%. It's continuing to make some pretty decent moves. ZOM is up 12%. Let's see, Churchill Capital is down. But like I said, I would have loved to get in. That $33 mark is definitely looking pretty tasty, because I believe it does have that potential. You see these wide range candlesticks. You can see that it is trying to really push its way up buy wise, and that's what's happening right now. So if you were able to get in somewhere around the $33 mark, $34 mark, or maybe even like $34.50, you can see that you're gaining something out of it. You do have it is going a little bit down right now. It's reversing field. So we have 1,374 people in here. We did hit 1,000 likes. That's amazing. Thank you. Hey, Matt CVS. Get that Rona cough check through or drive through. Are you telling me to check CVS? I'm not going to do that. And what's happening with them? They're up almost a half a percent really. They haven't really moved that much. They don't really move too much in days. I guess you could see some movement between $69 and $69. So it doesn't really have too much movement during days, but that's CVS. I don't see that as any type of buy opportunity. Maybe long term, but I haven't checked it. But I don't have a Rona cough. I just have a cough. But thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that a lot. We are 7 minutes in, and there has been a lot of movement here. Let's look at what's popular. The dip. AMC is going to have a boner when you buy. Okay. All right, that sounds interesting. So it did get below, it did break the $700 mark. We do have a lot of buy orders that are coming in. So it looks like we're reversing field a little bit. Less sell orders, but obviously as it starts to increase, we're going to see more sell orders here. So it did break well below where this trend line actually was. And hopefully we just see the consistent upward growth along that trend line, not just that it's below it, but hopefully we can see it continue to increase. It is at 713. But yeah, is AMC squeezing? Not at the moment. It's definitely making moves. Sorry, yeah, I'm literally in the middle of doing. Sorry, I was just distracted. Give me a second, Jason. Is it Jason? Whom Jason? Sorry. Tell you the truth, I totally would have forgot. So I need to get into this now before I forget. Sorry if I seem a little bit distant here. Here we go. Thanks for playing. That's what I'll say. Send it to email. Boom, boom, boom. All right. Sure. Why do I do this to myself? I have to enter all my information every single time. Give me a second, guys. I always do this to myself. All right, so let me continue with what I'm doing here. Can you guys hear me? I think yeah. All right, let me not distract myself. Send this over. It should be an easier process, man. They make me freaking Amazon. All right. Alrighty then. Sending that over. All right, whom Jason? That order has been placed. It should be in your email. Thank you everybody for playing when you did. You guys are amazing. Sell AMC, it's a dead cat. It's not a dead cat. It's definitely moving. You could see the positivity here. It's back up to $7.32. The problem is that if you did buy in at like $20+, that's where it ends up being a little bit tough to make a profit. Hopefully you did average down with all of that downtime. But the only thing that's really down, and I mean you can look at these down here, but you see all of this positivity, and then you see AMC that's negative, but AMC is making moves. You know, it's moving up. Now you see a large increase from that $6.99 mark or $7 mark up to $7.37. So it's looking pretty good. They're static. How's it now? Am I good? The picture went to hell. Well, luckily we only have 15 minutes. Sorry if the picture is not really that great. I will fix it. I need to figure out why it's not working. What's this program called? It's called Webull. If you go in the description, there's a link. You can get free stocks if you sign up and deposit $100. So if you're in the US, I know you can easily use it. I don't know what other countries you can use it in. I don't know if you can use it in any other countries. Shares of AMC. Let me go off of this. So we have 1,284 people in here. 1,058 likes. Yeah, when March comes around, I think that within this whole week, we're going to see increases here. It's going to be slow increases. They don't want it to rapidly increase. So I believe that they're finding ways to partner their covering of their shorts with selling of some of their long orders, maybe institutions that they partner with have in these positions, and being able to save millions of dollars, if not billions of dollars. AMC moving up. It definitely is moving up. It's moving past where it opened, well past where it opened. It opened at $7.24. Right now it's at $7.49, almost pushing that $7.50. Can it push past it? And it break past it. We have a lot of sell orders. Yeah, it did. We have a lot of sell orders at that $7.50 mark. And now we have a bunch of sell orders at $7.55, $7.69. You see that it did push past $7.55. You can see it's going up past that trend line. Hopefully it stays above there. Hopefully we can really push that $8 mark. If we get there once, yes, you are going to see people that do sell off. But the point is that we did get there once, which it means it has the potential to push the buy orders up there. You can see a lot of sell orders coming in. Less buy orders, but we do have some buying strength. GME is up 2%. It did decrease from where it was at $47. That's kind of disappointing. Tesla did decrease as well, which it did go down to about $700. If it can really pull back, you can gain a pretty decent profit going up to $724 if it can get up there. And I think it has the potential to move back up. Obviously, you could see the wide range candlesticks. We need AMC to hit $8. You should wear a mask to spread awareness. All right. I should wear a mask in my own house. Is that what you're saying? I mean, I can if you want. You just won't be able to hear me that well. And I don't think you can hear me that well as it is. Well, see, the difference between, I don't know how to speak to that when you say no more paper hands. But the thing about it is there's a lot of people that will sell at certain points, whether it's AMC or whatever it actually is. People will sell at certain points. Hopefully we can continue to drive this price up, but people will sell as it starts to get to their profit targets. And it's always great to have profit targets. Volume is almost at 20 million. That's amazing just for the morning. Let's look at this 1 minute charts. You can see 7 million here, 687,000 there, almost a million there. We're seeing a 1.2 million, almost a million. We're seeing 498,000, a million here. So the volume is definitely moving up. Let's see what that compares to yesterday. So in the beginning, obviously, you've seen a lot of volume downward, but you started with 3 million, 3 million, 2 million, 1 million, 2 million. So we had a lot more time periods to where it was a million. Hopefully we could see a lot more towards the middle of the day. Typically towards like 1 o'clock-ish, we see it pop up with volume as well. So 12 to 1, right? So hopefully that's what we see with AMC. But right now it's at $7.54, still down from where it closed at $7.70. But if we can get over $8, then that's obviously really good. I don't know. I think I would have loved for it to get down to like maybe $6 with the potential to go back up, and then I would have invested the extra $4,000 into those positions. But yeah, well, technically extra $4,500. We have 1,282 people in here. If you could hit that like button, 1,200 likes would be amazing. You shouldn't wear a mask in your own house. I mean, it depends who's here. I mean, it is just a standard cold. I know for a fact, but it is just a standard cold. I haven't gotten one in quite a while, but it's going to go away soon. And I've always had a cough in the morning because the morning time is the worst time for me to start, talking. I'm never talking in the morning. Unless I have a meeting, I'm never really talking. We have 10 minutes here. Do I think AMC has the same potential that GME once had? I don't think so. I think it has potential to push up, but not the GME potential, because they kind of have the upper hand now. They know what they need to do in order to drive the price down, in order to manipulate whatever stocks they can manipulate, in order to restrict trading. It does not have the same potential. It is going to, it does have the same potential as where it stands with like volume and all that stuff, but it doesn't have the same potential because of the fact that the hedge funds and all the billionaires can control exactly what the stock's going to do. So yes, it can go up, but not the same squeeze potential. So I think that at most, if you had to get like a huge squeeze out of it, you can see it get to like $100, $50 or $100 at a huge squeeze. But I think $20 is definitely in the cards for a long-term growth, because I believe it is a $10 to $15 stock. So seeing that push up to $20 is not a huge ask. $25 not a huge ask. $30 not a huge ask. But when it starts to get to $50 and $100, that's more of a squeeze territory, the modern day squeeze. We are starting to see, we're getting close to the 15 moving average very close. You see this here? 15 moving average is getting close to crossing over the 200 EMA, which means that it's going to be an indication that the price could potentially continue to increase. We're hoping that that's the way that it goes. That's the route that it goes. It's starting to pull back a little bit. It might not actually cross over. But you see a lot of buying power and a lot of selling power, which I don't understand how or why we're even seeing selling power at this point. It doesn't look like it's any retail traders. It's more or less all the hedge funds. We have 1,121 likes on this video. If you can get 1,200, that would be phenomenal. Why do we need $8? Well, this is the thing. When you start to hit certain milestones, think of it as like if you were doing something successful. You need to hit certain milestones in order to pass by it. And once people see you hit those milestones, you start to gain a lot more traction. So getting past $6 was a huge milestone. Getting past $7 was a huge milestone. And it's the breaking points that we can see that drive more buying power. We need to get past $8 because if we do, then you're going to see it drive more buying power, just like it did for when we got above $6, when we pushed above $7. Like, it keeps it above that point and keeps it afloat, keeps it level. You need it to get above $8 because then once it does get above $8 and you know that it has the potential to get up there, it can break those ceilings, and it's not necessarily a ceiling, it's just the next floor up. So that's why we need to get to $8. Hopefully that does explain it a little bit, but it's more of an outside looking in when it comes to the price action. It did cross over here. Hopefully we can see an indication to continue to skyrocket. Now, technical analysis doesn't always go the same route. It may cross back over, but I'm hoping that we can continue to see this price drive up here and continue to see separation, get past $8. Then we'll be fine. Because that's the thing that will indicate slow growth, not that overall fast growth that everybody's hoping for. What indicators do you use on Webull? So mainly I'll use the RSI. I'll look at the RSI and see whether it is being overbought or oversold, which it's nowhere near right now. We're hovering around 60, between 60 and 31, I guess. We're not below that 30 mark. But okay, OW, I'm glad you think that is a great answer. As we say in Denmark, good bedring means get well soon. Thank you. I hope that this cough goes away as well. Where was that? Oh, indicators. So I use the RSI here. I will set up the RSI. All you have to do is go to indicators, set up RSI. I will use an EMA, which is a 200 EMA. If you wanted to edit that, you can go here to this little like, I don't know, bolt or whatever you want to call it. And then you could just select 200 EMA. You can also select the moving average here and select 15. That's usually what I use, is a 200 EMA and a 15 moving average. If I'm looking for specifically short-term information, sometimes I'll go with just a 20 moving average, and I'll do away with the EMA here. Yes, I want to see some quick growth. Sometimes I will add in that EMA, but the 20 moving average is something that I want to see as a trend line that will mainly show me pulling back to earth. That's my earth, and all the price targets, or where the candlesticks are moving, is whatever rocket ship or whatever you want to call it. And the way that it pulls back to earth is like something like this. I'm looking for it to come back to these moving averages. So that's what I'm looking for. And when it does, if it pulls away, then I can gain a certain profit out of it. So that's what I'm looking for there. But if it's long-term growth, sometimes I'll just look at the 200 EMA to see what the potential is. Most times I'm not looking for long-term growth though. Come on. But yeah, hopefully that does help. We'll live stream this afternoon for a few minutes. Thank you for hopping on. I appreciate that. So you don't think we can get to a point to where the public retail investors own 100% of the shares, and we could set limits to 200 or 300? No, I don't think we could own 100% of the shares, because no matter what, there are people out there that will hold, right? We can hold a lot, but there are a number of individuals that are only there for a profit. The reason to hold, and including me, the reason to hold positions is to gain a profit or gain a dividend, gain something in return. In the past, it felt like you were gaining or you were owning part of the company. Now it just feels like you own the stock, and it's not about owning the company, it's about gaining some sort of profit out of it, because that's what the stock market is today. So people that think that it's something more than what it is, it's not. We can't really get people to own 100% of the position, because retail investors will buy and hold a large portion of shares out there, and they'll continue to. I tried to super chat, but it wouldn't work. Thank you for trying to super chat. I appreciate that a lot. But yeah, I think it's definitely. I don't even know where I was at this point. I distract myself sometimes. Yeah, I don't think we can get to 100% holding of this position. We can hold 80%, 70, 80%, but there's always people that want to sell. When they see these profit targets, they're going to sell. You see something like this, it sells off. People get tired of holding it and it sells off. That's just how it goes. So we can hold a large portion, which is still good. Holding 70, 80% is still amazing. And I think that we can still pull a squeeze out of it. We can hold a ton, or we can get a squeeze by holding less and by them shorting less than what they're actually shorting. So there's always potential for a squeeze, but I still don't believe that we'll have the potential to get to 100, because they're going to manipulate the stock in order to bring it down. Something like $20 is still in the cards, something like $30 is still in the cards, but anything above that, they're going to try and push it down. I missed a super chat. Benziga? Trying to get you on this show. AFT? Is that the ticker symbol, AFT? I'm sorry, am I missing something? Oh, trying to get you on his show. I thought you said this show. Trying to get you on his show this afternoon. Well, I wouldn't be able to, because I'm going to stop streaming in like a couple of minutes. That's a COVID cough. It's not a COVID cough. AMC is green. Is it finally green? Is that what we're seeing here? Let's go to popular. Yes, up 1%. That's good. Pushing the $7.80 mark. If we can get past, look at all these sell orders and look at the positivity that we see here. This is where you know reversal of manipulation is actually happening, right? We're pushing past the 780 mark, 782. Hopefully we can get up to that $8 mark. That will be absolutely phenomenal. I'm gonna see until it turns red, and then I'll end up stopping this stream, because I have to get some work done. Do you stream every morning? I try and stream every morning. I try and get a lot of things done, but AMC is green right now, up 2%. It is looking like it's starting to reverse field. Just like I said, you can see that this indication did work in this aspect. You've seen that the increase actually happened. You've seen the crossover, it moved up, it started to widen. Hopefully we only see this come back to maybe this touch point here. We don't really see a lot of buy orders coming in, but then again, this whole time, we did not see a lot of buy orders coming in. Matthew will never get COVID because he's immortal. I wish I was immortal. Actually, I don't wish I was immortal, because I don't want to live without my wife and children. I can't do it. I'd rather go a lot sooner, and I couldn't do it. You know, they're obviously my life. So hopefully we can continue to see this skyrocket. So it did get to 789. We're just 11 cents away from it pushing to $8. So hopefully we can get that movement. If we get that movement, it's going to be really good. This red candlestick needs to stop being red. It needs to go green. You can see this candlestick that literally is very close from where it opened to where it closed, which means that the buyers and sellers are really fighting. The problem is that you do see, the thing that I see here is that you do see it higher up on the candlestick. It did end up changing, but higher up on the candlestick, which indicates that it's going to continue to move up. So the fact that it is moving down is kind of weird, but hopefully we continue to see this widen, this gap widen. That's what we're looking for. You're a better man than me. I could never work from home and I get way too distracted. I understand. I thought the same thing, that working from home you would get distracted. I could tell you that I focus a lot more on work, whether that's like my senior financial analyst job or here. You know, I focus a lot more, and I'm spending a lot more time working than, you know, spending it with my family. And I try and cut it off sometimes, but I love working. I love being a father. I love, you know, doing all of that stuff, but I have to continue to navigate through that and find a happy medium. Because I love recording YouTube videos. Sometimes it's a little bit hard work, especially recording multiple videos a day, streaming in the day. It's all fun though, you know. I love doing it. We want to see it hit $9. Yes, we do. I want it to stay above this trend line. It needs to stay above this trend line to continue on that upward trajectory. But like I've always said, with any steep increase, you're going to see a decrease. It just matters how much of a decrease there actually will be. And hopefully it stays above the trend line. Hopefully we can see the decrease stop there and continue on the way up. And that might be what we see here. It's starting to push down a little bit, but hopefully we could see it here and continue to push up. But if I had to work from home, I'd be trading all day. This is the thing. Trading all day is very dangerous. You don't want to trade all day. If you're a person that sits by a profit target, you gain the profit target and then you go on about your day. But if this was my full-time job and I didn't work for a hospital, then yeah, I think I would be trading. I would be streaming for probably a number of hours. It wouldn't just be 2 hours. It would be like a 4-hour thing, you know, to where I trade, get things done. I'm in that day. And then after that, I would record the videos that I needed to record for the next day. It would be a lot smoother. But I like being very busy. You know, if I didn't have this position, one, I wouldn't be doing a lot of things that I love, which I love, you know, creating spreadsheets, creating financial statements. I love doing all of that stuff. I love being able to have those conversations with people, being in those meetings, being able to fix problems and all that stuff. But like I said, I also love all of this stuff. So I love, you know, working. That's just me. And Erica will tell you that I work a little bit too much. AMC to $12 by Monday. That would be amazing. We just need to see this. We need to see this hit $8. If it hits $8 today, I can say that the sky's the limit, because it's definitely struggling around that 780 mark. And if it can surpass that, then we're going to see some really good positive moves. And you're seeing it consistently through a number of days. It's not anything that's a quick increase like what we've seen in the past. This is sort of a quick increase from $7 up to $7.89. It looks a lot steeper than what it actually is, but you're seeing some really good stuff. So why aren't we seeing any more short laddering? Well, the thing is after a certain point, they can only go to a certain level. At a certain point, they have to buy things back. And I really don't know. We may end up seeing some things like that, but to a certain level, it starts to Oh, it did break below 700 for Tesla. It broke below 700 for Tesla. That's pretty good. You're seeing this wide range candle bar or candlestick. Let's see if we could see 2 wide range candlesticks. If you can, then that's definitely an indication that it's reversing field, and you could possibly get in at an increase pushing it up to 720 or so. So yeah, it's tough to say why we're not seeing any short laddering, but to a certain point, they have to buy back these positions. They have to cover their shares or cover their shorts because they're paying interest on them, and it's a larger amount of interest for the amount of shares that they have. So they have to do something. They have to find a way to cover it. So they cover it at the lowest point, but obviously as they start covering, the price goes up. So they have to stop, wait for the price to go down, end up going back into it. So it's a slow moving train rather than just not a fast one. So yeah, maybe not trading all day, but studying the charts. Yeah, I can see what you mean, but I'm gonna have to end this because I'm seven minutes past where I'm supposed to go. I'm gonna hit this add insert button. Hopefully you guys had a good time. I really had a good time here. Gaining free stocks. Remember, if you want to gain free stocks, and we can play the same game tomorrow, that'll be fun. Make sure you go down to the link below. Click that Webull link, sign up, deposit $100, and you'll get free stocks. But make sure you hit that like button on the way out and subscribe if you're not subscribed to the channel, because I try and stream every single day and look at different positions and also tell you what I could get into. Right now, I still have to wait. I could have gotten into something, but I wouldn't have been able to sell today because it's not, my cash isn't liquid there. It's still not settled. But I'm going to get out of here. I will try and stream later today. Hopefully the volume can get, I hope, above 200 million. It doesn't look like it's higher than what it was yesterday, but hopefully we can get 200, 300 million would be amazing. But yeah, that's my stream, guys. Thank you so much for stopping by. Again, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll catch you guys in the next stream.